push it there. I see one. Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
It is
and the
7 a.m.
cell phone should be far away from the mic.
Already it has refused to work. It is
Good
misbehaving this
evening,
morning.
my viewers. This is a very lovely morning to be in Makasoro Live. Right next to me is a very wonderful guest, a common guest that you're used to listen to. After all, his name is there, Mr. Makaria Soropi. And this Makasoro Live,
Obari, of
oh,
course.
thank you for the correction.
Yes.
And this Makasoro Live, if you want to come by and visit, it is stations just right next to Ufanisi Resort. So feel welcome. You can come here. I'm your host, Martha, and with me here, even though I've already said his name.
Makasoro Tv.
Yes.
Thank you for the warm welcome.
So feel welcome. It's such a lovely morning today, my friend, Mr.
It is for sure.
So what do you think of the weather?
The weather is cold outside there, and don't forget it's on a holiday.
Yes, it's a holiday, so you guys need to feel free, relax. Yes, so have a what holiday is it, Mr. Makarias?
My friend, it is a very complicated holiday. Remember, this is the second holiday. I was psychologically prepared to have one holiday at a week. But inaitwa LAD, it's not about sacrifices, that's what I can say. Yeah, the 2 holidays in 1 week. It's a good show for those people who are the civil servants. You rested on Monday, you rest on Friday, so you work only Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And it's a long weekend which has begun in earnest.
Yes,
Correct.
this is good. This is good. Having a holiday, an unexpected and planned holiday this morning. That is why. How do you feel being live this early morning?
For sure, I can say it's an historical moment for me to be live in this particular moment. We are just used to side hustling. So today I feel good, I feel composed, I feel happy, and I'm ready to ensure that my viewers are being informed and also entertained at the same time.
Yeah, anyway, my fellow viewers, I had to say of how today is. After all, it's very early, not that early in the morning. It's 9 a.m. in the morning, so we needed just to welcome and engage with you, my fellow viewers. Wherever you are, I hope you're okay, exercised and full. So generally today we're going to speak about life expectations.
Before we were there, I was fearing you asking one more question about the walking stick, you see.
Oh. I wonder why you still had to bring up the walking stick. I had to spare you the embarrassment, Mr. Makarias.
It has been a moment whereby you use it to just pin me down. So today I decided to walk without it so that I don't just be asking the same question about it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your prayers. I'm getting on well.
Yes.
Yeah.
The walking stick was helping him. It was like his third leg. Now he's strong enough to walk with his own 2 legs. So feel welcome, my viewers.
And not the third leg.
Now he doesn't have 3 legs now.
Third leg. Okay.
Now generally.
Right.
That was just a commercial break. Now I straight to serious business. Today, generally, we're going to talk about life expectations.
Yes.
They're what life expects from you. Like I generally can say why life from your life, people who surround you, mostly your parents. What do your parents expect from you? What do you expect from yourself? What does your co-workers expect from you? What does your teachers, lecturers, mentor expect from you? Life expectations. And as I repeat myself, with me here, I have a very common guest here, Mr. Makaria Sorobi, who's going to tell us more about life expectations. So, Mr. Makarias,
yes,
you can begin. You know the show is yours. After all, you're a very important guest.
Mother, I remember that you said after the commercial break that now we become very serious. That's why you say my face has turned out to be very serious.
Indeed, it
At
has.
the same particular moment, it's a coincidence that in this life you have to be serious.
Indeed.
And for you to have so many expectations in life, some can be successful,
Yes,
some
yes.
cannot be expected.
Yes, yes.
So when we talk about life expectations, these are the wishes which you have that they indeed happen.
Definitely.
When you were a child in people who are in grade 2, 3, primary school, high school, those ones who are in tertiary institutions, there are those expectations which you have.
True.
Perhaps you had a dream to be a doctor, and and after completing your high school, you realize
Definitely,
you become a
definitely.
professional mechanic.
Correct,
And you
correct.
see, sometimes you can end up being frustrated.
Indeed.
Now, for those ones who are in marriage, you have your own expectations.
Indeed,
For
indeed.
those learners, for example, who are doing their end of the course examinations,
Yes,
still and
yes,
still,
yes.
you
Expectations
have
to
your
pass.
expectations.
Yes.
And today, as I woke up, also I had my own expectations.
You have your own
But I've
expectations.
seen my expectations changing. I don't know
Yes,
why.
definitely.
The program already has changed,
Oh, I can't see.
and I've started to change the direction of the expectations.
Correct, correct.
So, ladies and gentlemen, in the one word or another, to cut the long story short, we are all of us, expectant in this life.
Indeed.
And life expectations can be economical, it
Yes.
can be self-reliance,
Definitely.
it can be maybe going up the ladder in terms of education.
True, true.
So whichever the expectations you have,
Yes,
that
yes.
is all about life expectations.
Yes, yes.
And for you to achieve or rather to be successful in this life, you need to ensure that the establishment is really very strong. The foundation is strong.
Life expectations.
Now, Martha, as we are continuing this process,
Yes, yes.
now do you have some expectations in your life?
Yes. As a normal human being, I have life expectations, same as you. You also have life
Very
expectations.
many, of course.
Of course, very
Indeed,
many.
they are.
Can you kindly mention one of your very
One
many life
of the many
expectations?
expectations. They say don't count your chicks before they hatch.
Yeah, but you have to. That is why we are having life expectations.
Okay.
We need to use one as an example, and I've decided to use yours
Right,
as an
so
example.
I will go an extra mile and I avoid several of them and
Yes,
land on
just
one.
tell us one
Simply because they
expectation.
say if you tell your friend, or rather if your friends know where you're going to get the milk from, they will poison the cowboy and also kill the cow. And today there are 9 month pregnant expectations I have, and I will just be very categorical on them. But now to be very specific, I'm dreaming of having a big TV station on the progress in progress.
That's good.
That's one of the best expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And once you have identified the expectation, then automatically you need to go back to zero drawing board
Yes.
and try to come up with a working formula on how you are
Definitely.
going to implement.
True, true.
So you have to set your goals and also ambitions, your mission and the vision.
Definitely.
And you need to be disciplined so that you can be in a position of acquiring it.
Correct,
Number
correct.
two, you have to surround yourself with people who are better than you in terms of skills.
Indeed.
Because this life is not all about competition.
Of course, of
If
course.
you realize you are doing something and you are the only best in it, automatically you are
You will
headed
slow
nowhere.
down.
You are headed nowhere.
Yes, nowhere.
You need to, surround yourself with people who have
Correct.
traveled that road.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have mentors.
True.
You need to have technicians.
Correct.
You need to have life coaches.
True.
And also you need to have what we call proper network.
Of course.
So to speak and be very specific and categorical, I want to break down maybe my dream of having a TV station into several categories. Number one, I had to ensure that I have the knowledge pertaining the implementation of these expectations.
True, true.
That being the case, and then I went to do media,
Uh-huh.
and I'm a practicing journalism as I speak.
True,
today.
true, true.
At the same time, I want to go to an extra mile and also purchase my own cameras,
That's good.
some software and machines.
Good.
So those are the strides which I've already made.
True.
Then I'm now networking with so many journalists and those who are practicing journalism,
Mm-hmm.
including the students of journalism and the media classes.
Mm-hmm.
At that big particular moment, and we have also have encountered a big support
True.
from the talented people.
True, true.
There are likes of mother here today. She's somebody who is very busy with life, but she at least sacrifices time to meet in this studio, in the live TV.
True.
Then we do several programs.
True, true.
Sometimes you can see we're living here at the middle of the night, trying to push things to make sure that
True,
indeed this
true.
dream comes. And above all, you need to you need to have sacrifice. You need to commit yourself.
True.
You need to be goal oriented.
Definitely.
Discouragement are many.
Many,
Those are the
many.
shortcomings of
True,
course.
true.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges that you think we have been experiencing while we are coming up with this TV station?
Yes. Well, coming up with these TV stations, there are a lot of challenges. Like, for example, Mr. Macarius, I know you are a well conversant person who you are well connected with very many people, with very many friends, and some of them even tell them your expectations in life.
Right, yes.
Now, let's communicate about just one common feeling:
Mhm.
jealousy. Of course, you communicate with a lot of journalists, but jealousy, someone when comes and sees you've started and he hasn't started, he started. So jealousy can be a challenge on your side, because they will try their very best to bring negative impact in your
Yes, to elaborate about this on the same, I want to be very specific, and you need to forgive me, my viewers, because some of these things I'm talking today, they're very practical.
True.
Somebody comes here in the name of talent and they want support. The moment you realize that this person, not realize, but they think and imagine that this person is serious, you just trust him with the cameras.
Yes.
You just trust him with the sound system and
Definitely.
also the lighting system.
Definitely.
That person goes for an event, maybe to use your the banarios. Automatically, at the end of the day, you realize he has sold the batteries, of the cameras. Somebody has installed the card readers and the memory cards. Somebody has maybe tampered with the microphones. Some of them they just, sells them and they cheat that they have been installing. You trust somebody with the softwares. At the end of the day, a person else have been installing a big virus, which really a dangerous virus, which corrupts the machines and puts you to the standstill. So jealousy is one of the biggest factors, and we cannot avoid this. So, ladies and gentlemen, as she is saying, jealousy is obvious, it's normal, it's with us. We cannot run away from it. Above that, I want also to say something: risk management skills, and you must be a risk taker in this field, because without taking risks, you cannot be in a position
It's
of
a risk
actually
management.
coming up with this. Now, when we look at the investment we've done here,
True.
it's really a little bit expensive.
It's tough.
Yeah, so the moment you trust someone to come and run these programs and the machines and manage everything, and you have absence perhaps for 1 week, that's the greatest risk. Risk number two,
You're struggling. A glass of water will help. As you can see, my friend here,
Wow, thank you very much.
he spoke about I almost forgot. He
Yes.
spoke about jealousy.
Mhm.
So, generally, jealousy is a very dangerous factor in these challenges that we're experiencing. So, another one is mismanagement of funds, as he said. Yeah, many excuses, there's all those mismanagements of fund. Of course, it's all caused by one factor, still jealousy. So anyway, I needed my Mr. Makasoro to have a break so that he can proceed, because he was beginning to say another extra 3 paragraph. Imagine.
Oh.
Yeah, so now since your voice is soft and now
okay.
you can continue.
Thank you for your
Yes.
concern. Listen, gentlemen, the moment we have some short breaks like the one I have, I really become more creative and definitely think of 9-month pregnant points. I just wanted to go an extra mile and do some few lines on jealousy. When you talk about jealousy here in the studio, maybe as Makasoro TV, this is something which is very practical, maybe in the areas where you come from, your workplaces. You realize that not everyone feels very much okay when you are promoted, perhaps when you become successful, when the jealousy. So that's what I mean when I say that jealousy is just everywhere. We are talking about risk management, and we ensure that the property which you have maybe purchased at the home, you need to make it maybe secure by insuring it. Then you also need to put some money aside for the risks. Sometimes you can go to do some coverage and abruptly, that's the chaos erupts. Your cameras are maybe stolen, broken down. You get injured. I'm not saying that now when I work with the walking stick, I was injured where I was covering the
But I believe he happened to be sleeping on a tree and then he fell. Yes.
Man, some few things are not to be spoken.
Of course, don't
but I was
worry.
clarifying.
I was just saying
I
it's
was
not
not
true,
covering the.
but it's not true that you slept from a tree and fell.
But you have confirmed it's not true.
Yes, I was just saying.
So let's say,
And ladies and gentlemen, what I can say generally is also I can say having fewer management can also lead to another factor called laziness, because since you're the only person managing the studios, at times you'll be so lazy because you don't have someone else who will be helping you. Can Mr. Makasoro explain it more?
Ladies and gentlemen, for you to be successful in anything you do, you need to be attaching yourself with a skilled personnel.
Of course.
Yeah, the moment you don't have the competent staff, automatically you are just leading to fail.
Definitely.
Another thing you need to realize, the person whom you be really employed must be having the same vision. You must be reading from the same script.
True.
Some of them can be implanted in your station so that to just bring you down.
True.
That's why I say most of the time that person whom we recruited there is the one who handles the machines and with everything.
Definitely.
So if we ensure us maybe to do some few 2 3 things for you to be blocked from YouTube, to be get a strike, maybe to use the content which is not needed for you to be pulled down, they can be doing that. So those are the challenges. Another challenge is trust. And these people want to be trusted. You've been away for quite some time. They are the people who knows how much they have made and the kind of services they have rendered. And there is no really specific way of you monitoring them. If this person people are not trustworthy, they can easily really bring them down.
Definitely.
Again, these people who are really working with you, how are they helping you do the marketing thing?
Yeah.
You see, you are bringing somebody to come live, and that person has only 3 followers. Yes, you are really trying to raise up this person, but it will take you a little bit time.
Definitely.
So it's good for you to intermingle and mix with these people. If your people who are really good in your status in these presentations, then it's good that you just mix them with those people who have got experience on the same. And by the end of the day, you can realize that the media is growing, and much with the time, you realize that you are becoming a top of the day. Your posts and your videos are going viral.
Yeah.
And they're trending.
I think your logo has gone viral. Many people ask about this
Yeah.
Makasoro
We
Productions
thank
where
God.
it
We are
is.
humbled.
Yes. So you missed on your side, Mr. Macarius Sarobi, you have a lot of followers.
Wow.
Yes. So anyway,
thank
those
God.
are actually one of your life expectations as I pick this guest that you have managed to accomplish. Am I correct, Mr.
You are
Macarius?
very correct.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes. So life expectations, there are lots. There are your parents' life expectations. There are lots that you can discuss about life expectations, but we can't just cover them all again.
Yes.
Yes. So being live here is one of the life expectations, which is still a process of accomplishing it. Am I correct?
You are right, and it is very true that this is one of the expectations.
So,
I'm looking forward into seeing as
so,
we were seated and watching the Makasoro TV.
so
Be
how?
fine.
Of course,
Yes.
of course. So how would you advise the people on how to handle their life expectations?
Correct. That's a very good question. Number one, um, you see, we as human beings, we tend to forget where we started from. So my request would be, in case you think that you have an ambition, a vision, maybe expectations, I will just request you to do you yourself a one big favor by taking a paper and a pen and writing the expectations
You
down.
write them down.
Yes. You can be having about 20 expectations in one year.
20 expectations.
Yes, maybe it's January, it's on 1st January, and you want to achieve some few things
And fulfill them one by one.
in one year. So the first thing you do, write them down, blah, 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 number 1 to 20, number 1 to 10. The second thing, you need now to rearrange them according to the how basic they are,
Alphabetic order.
how important
A
are
B
they.
C D.
You start with those ones which can not be avoided, the inevitable ones.
Definitely.
Then from there, once you just rearrange them, you are going.
Water.
Thank you, mother. I'm good to go. And ladies and gentlemen, I know all shall be well. So once you've really categorized them, you need to take to draw a time frame.
Definitely.
Yeah, you set the time limit. Maybe you say between January and March,
True.
I will be in a position of achieving this and
True,
this
true.
and this. Once you've really broken down the timeline, you go an extra mile again to look at the resources which you need for you to achieve these goals. Then you realize perhaps there are some challenges in terms of resources.
A lot of challenges.
Then you can go an extra mile and look at the sources of this
those challenges
and the resources. Then what are the skills which you need?
Definitely.
Who do you think you should work with best for you to achieve? If you realize you don't have the skills, then you need to go for the skills. And if you don't have the money to go for the technical institutions,
you start with what you have.
Yes, you just have the bundles, you go to YouTube.
Yes.
Those are the places or the platforms where we have experienced teachers.
Definitely.
And then above all, you need to be very prayerful.
Prayerful indeed.
You need to remember God.
And pray every day.
Yes, you realize without God, there's a little you can do.
Pray before
Another
you sleep
thing you
and
need
when
to
you wake
have,
up.
you need to be a person of decorum. You need to really stick to your vision and ambition.
Stick to them.
Never deviate, no matter what.
Never.
As long as you live.
Stop.
And above all, you need to ensure that you drive yourself towards that discipline. I remember my high school principal, Kwame Konyanja, told us that discipline correlates with performance.
And it is the key.
Let me just be bracket.
Discipline, respect. Discipline, respect
correlates with performance.
Correlates.
Yeah, it's proportion, directly proportional.
That vocabulary.
Yeah.
Who was your English teacher?
My teacher of English remains only to be one. And right now holding a big position.
I can feel when you mention his name, you feel shy. That's why you keep looking.
Fact, yes, I can't be in a position of paying him back. I know it means a lot to me, myself. So once you are disciplined, you need also to surround yourself, as we say, the people with the same ambition.
Yes.
While driving the same direction.
Yeah.
Then now you need to implement. That is, implementation is the last step. Of course. Which is very, very, very
definitely.
Very, once you started implementing, then you need to throw some assessment. You need to sit down every day and look at the strides you made, the achievements you made, the challenges you went through, so that the following time you don't go the same.
True. Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Makaris, for explaining to us what are the life expectations. Life necessities is for next time. And after all, life necessities comes after you fulfilled all of your expectations. After all, the reason why we have life expectations is because all of us want to be successful. And success comes with money, power, and knowledge. Actually, knowledge comes first, then money. Yes. Knowledge. Okay.
I need to correct you.
So I can say my man is knowledge, is money, is power.
In addition to what she has said, you are too brilliant to an extent that I don't just get comfortable correcting you. There is a book I have read and says, people follow their dreams and the money follow people.
Yes.
So don't give excuses that you've not done this and this and that because you don't have money.
Yes, excuses.
You need to follow your dream, and money will follow you.
Of course.
That's a point to be elaborated.
Yes, but yeah. But we weren't talking about dream. We were just going with the cycle of when after knowledge comes. Without knowledge, you won't be aware of your dream. Right. That is why I'm saying knowledge is money, is power. Yes.
Correct. That is a lot of wisdom in those lines.
No, yeah, it's if you read a lot of things, you will know.
This one is a clear evidence that you are a good reader. I love reading,
Yes, I love reading. Reading can help you. It helps you know how to communicate with people, the language you're supposed to use, how to associate with people. No, we can't be here if both of us didn't read books in school, because going to school is the foundation. That is how you learn to read small words. You take baby steps. Yeah, those are actually the life expectations that we have already achieved. So generally, as we were wrapping up, so now, what would you advise the world?
The world, I want to tell you one thing. Everyone who is viewing will answer. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that you need to trust in yourself. Never doubt your movements. You are going to fall several times. Remember, you need to make enough mistakes before you become successful. I've read books, I've watched the films and the movies of successful people. The true, really, fact remains that indeed they must have sacrificed their time for them to be successful. And above all, you need to be original. Don't copy lifestyle to anyone. Go with your priorities. After I realized that once I completed, maybe I was out of college, I came to realize that other people's objective or rather priorities were to marry. Some of other people's priorities were to drive. Other people's priorities were to buy land. Other people's priorities were to build the houses. And other people's priorities were to take care of their siblings.
But don't you think about in most cases the most common life expectations according to our side ladies is after we're done with school we get married?
I can say that's what used to be
Because
there.
that is the simulation, even it happens a lot these years. Because most of us who finish mostly how we can say generally third years
Mhm.
decided to settle down after finishing school.
I may beg to differ with you because when I just look at the trend of the current life situations, the way people are living, the lifestyle, people have shifted from completing school and getting married. We are having people, ladies who want to run their empires and they are really working so hard to build them. So I'm not saying that they don't want to be married, but I'm telling that apart from getting directly married, there are so many things they want to do on the way. Some of them want to be financially stable before they want to get married. Some of them have what missions to accomplish. So previously, people used to think that once a guy has completed even for four, just run to marriage directly. Nowadays, people have gone beyond that. We have what principals who are ladies. We have political leaders who are ladies, and the number is now increasing. And you realize that nowadays ladies are not only housewives, they also have ambitions, they have the lives to live. So I want to say that life expectations are many, and after school, you can expect anything. Yeah. So I want to say in one that I was asked maybe to give my general view and maybe advice to all my viewers
Yes.
about life
True,
expectations,
true.
and I want to repeat that you need to know where you want to go and what you want.
Yes.
I can also refer to my former principal, the same contact community. He told us that if you don't know where you are going, you can never get lost.
Definitely.
Yes. For example, we wake up in the morning, then you start walking to the road, and you just follow in the road. You are not getting lost because you don't know
No.
what you want and where you are going. So
True.
you must know where you are going. You must know what you want. You must adjust yourself towards that, and at the end of the day, you are going to meet your expectations.
Definitely.
Correct.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Makaria Sorobi, for a detailed explanation about life expectations. After all, we're all Kenyans, and all Kenyans have life expectations. A
Yes.
normal person, an abnormal person doesn't have life expectations. It's normal, even if you have just a little bit, it's what you expect. Every day you wake up with that expectation that you need to fulfill. That is why today we decided to speak about such a common topic, life expectations. Yeah. So generally, I know if you're free, if you have any questions, you're free to comment there. We'll always be here. Remember, this is Makasoro Live. You know where to find us if you want to know more about life expectations. This is the channel, and we'll always be here waiting for you. Don't worry. This is not the last time you'll see me here. You'll see me here in the next program with the same or common face, Mr. Makaria Sorobi, or some other important guest in this studio. So feel free to ask any questions. You are always here. Remember, Makasoro Live right next to Ufanisi Resort. So see you next time, and I hope you'll have a lovely day.
Before
my
you wrap
viewers.
it up, Mother,
Yes.
I want to add the following. Life is not what you think it is until you just go through the same life. So don't judge people. The sweetness of sugar is not in its color.
Yes, yes.
People And they say that the more you live in this world, the more experience you become.
True.
Now, for those who are probably just seeing us outside there and they just pass us by, we want to tell you that we are beyond what you see. For those who also have some inquiries about life coaching, mentoring, we are here. I've done guidance and counseling, just to mention about a few. So my number remains 0713 and also the social media platforms we had given our account names and all that. We want to just request you to just maybe text us. You can do a call. Perhaps you are outside there, you are confused, not sure on how to choose the careers. We are here for you. And in case you happen to be talented, you don't know what to do with your talent, and those who are so good yet discovered their talents, please come and we just help you forge the way forward. Thank you for your time and you are good viewers. God bless you.
Yes, you're welcome. So here at Makasoro Live Production, you'll be helped. Any dream you need to accomplish, he's the guy. Any advice, he's the guy. If you need to shoot something, edit something, he's the guy. And if you need to be a very wonderful, successful person, he's the guy. So you'll come see you next time, and next time you might see me here with him, or maybe some other time. Have a nice day, and hope you guys will have a refreshing time.
Thank you for hosting.
Yes.